On a serene afternoon, my phone vibrated, unveiling an email that disrupted the fragile equilibrium of my existence. The message was from my former partner, a person I hadn't exchanged words with in nearly a year. Our relationship had ended in chaos, and I believed our ties were permanently severed. Yet, there it was, a beautifully crafted digital invitation to his impending wedding. Staring at the screen, time seemed to freeze as disbelief coursed through me. Why would he invite me to such a pivotal moment? Was this a gesture of reconciliation? Or merely a courteous formality at first? I contemplated ignoring it. Perhaps it was sent in error meant for another recipient. Maybe it was his way of suggesting we were still on civil terms in some vague, distant way. But a persistent unease lingered. This invitation felt like a test, an opportunity to prove I had truly moved on. For days I grappled with the decision. Should I go? Was it even proper? Could I bear to see him after everything that had happened then? There was my current partner, Mark. I could already anticipate his reaction. When I finally revealed the news to him, his response was fiercer than I expected. He wasn't merely against it. He was deeply hurt and enraged. "It's inconsiderate," he asserted. "Tending is inviting trouble. Why would you even think about going? To your ex's wedding, that's not moving forward. It's ripping open old wounds." Mark's words stung profoundly. I tried to explain my reasoning, emphasizing that my choice wasn't rooted in unresolved feelings or a desire to revisit the past. It was about me, about finding closure by witnessing his new chapter and affirming my own. I thought it might bring peace, but no matter how carefully I articulated my thoughts, he couldn't grasp my viewpoint. To him, my willingness to attend was a betrayal. Over the next few days, tension between us escalated. Our conversations shifted from quiet unease to fiery disputes. The trust and warmth we had nurtured began to erode, replaced by doubt and mistrust. I kept questioning myself. Was I mistaken? Was going to this event truly a violation of Mark's trust? Then came a night that changed everything. Mark came home from work, sat me down, and uttered words I never imagined he'd say. "If you attend your ex's wedding, maybe we're not meant to be." His voice was soft, but the weight of his ultimatum crushed me. I pleaded with him to understand, assuring him that my love for him was steadfast and that this decision was about facing my past, not reigniting it. I wanted to confront those memories directly so they could no longer haunt me. But he shook his head, his resolve unwavering. That night, Mark left. I sat alone in the faint glow of my apartment, the illuminated invitation on my phone screen, taunting my solitude. When the wedding day arrived, I chose to attend despite the turmoil. I dressed carefully, aiming to fade into the background. My heart a whirlwind of anxiety, grief, and a strange spark of anticipation. Entering the elegant venue, surrounded by familiar faces, felt like stepping into a surreal dream. There he was, my ex, standing at the altar, glowing with a happiness I had never witnessed in him before. Our eyes met briefly, awkward yet genuine. In that moment, I realized this wedding was more than a celebration. It was a goodbye, not just to him, but to the version of myself I used to be. As the ceremony progressed, I felt a tangled mix of closure and regret. Watching him pledge his life to another forced me to face what I had lost and what I was still fighting to preserve. Thoughts of Mark flooded my mind, and I wondered if a different choice might have altered our course. Perhaps if I had declined the invitation. After the event, I reached out to Mark, desperate to repair the rift my decision had caused. I wanted to explain everything to mend the divide, but he was distant, reserved. He said he needed time, that my choice had shaken his confidence in our bond. The sting of his words was sharp, but I understood his perspective. Sometimes love alone cannot heal the chasm that mistrust creates. In the weeks that followed, I reflected deeply on the sequence of events. Accepting that invitation was not a simple act. It was a symbol of the fragile boundary between past and present, trust and doubt. I never intended to hurt Mark, but my choice had unknowingly crossed the line. It was a hard-learned lesson. Now I'm slowly piecing my life back together, learning to honor not only my own feelings, but also those of the people I cherish. This experience taught me that closure sometimes comes not from revisiting old pain, but from protecting what we value in the present. If you ever find yourself at a similar crossroads, caught between past memories and current love, take care. Trust and respect are the foundation of any relationship. Sometimes declining an invitation is the deepest act of love you can offer those who matter most. This isn't just a tale about a wedding invitation. It's about the decisions we make and the far-reaching consequences they spark. For me, it was the moment I understood what truly matters.